Well, we're Punch Out Boxing, delighted to be here with Shane Mcguigan, ahead of the big final showdown with Richard Riakporhe, 5 years in the making. So Shane, I'm sure you've seen like all the odds, most of the critics seem to think Richard's the favourite. I think most of them are going by Chris's last performance, got hit by a lot of right hands and they think Richard's going to do the same thing. Is that how you assess why people are favouring Richard?
Yeah, and also the fact that he won the first fight, you know, it's like you're looking at betting odds, like rookies just look at that and they weigh it up and they think, okay, yeah, that's probably the way that we're not going to lose that much money. So then again, there's a lot more to boxing than throwing right hands and getting hung up on people's last performance. So there's a Tyson career when he boxed against Usyk, which was a really different fight that showed up against Ghana. Look at Chris Smith when he boxed on Tony, it's a different fight that showed up in the fight before against Jersey. So it's he took some many shots against Mastinek's Portland customer, volume puncher. They're going to be a completely different fight.
You're a coach known for understanding things like the mechanics of the fight very well. Is it fair to say Richard throws a right hand very differently to how Mastinek does anyway?
Yeah, he does, yeah. So, throws every shot a bit different. He's a different stature, a completely different way of defending. So, yeah.
One thing, speaking to Angel Fernandez, that's how you pronounce it, talking about Chris has had harder fights, Richard's fresher, but I did put it to him conversely, does that also mean he hasn't sort of forged himself in those really hard championship level fights? That could be a difference because he doesn't know how to cope with it, manage the rounds, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, like, they've been very selective of who they've picked since the Jack Massey fight. Everybody is pretty much sits back, doesn't put the pace on, tries to time you. You're going to time a guy that's 6'6" or 6'5" and big long reach, punches at the end of the shot well. Like, Jack Massey put the pace on, Chris put the pace on, Sam Hyde put the pace on, smothered his right hand. You know, they punched with him when they needed to. They were brave enough, they fought at high enough intensity. You don't get it your own way when you get to world level. You don't get a chance to think through your opponent. And yes, he's winning the first fight, but he won't be able to slow the pace down.
I don't know if you saw the gloves are off. Richard seemed to be quite annoyed when Chris suggested he ducked up a tyre. Would you say he did?
Yeah, it's okay, it's not right. I mean, like, it's not a bad thing. It's like he feels like that probably was a right fight. So he's waited for the stars to align to get a fight that he believes he can win. But that also, that perfectionist mindset is I believe is going to be a detriment to him. You know what I mean? And I think it has been a hindrance to him. He's 34 years of age. He's had the opportunity to fight for the world title. His momentum in his career was flying years ago. It's slowed right down. And it's slowed right down because he wants more money. And he wants these big nights, these big occasions. He's not keen to do all of the other stuff that culminates into those nights. So, yeah, I think it's there's a reason why it's up because I think it's a little bit tricky.
You mentioned that he's 34 and he goes on about Chris's deterioration, but as a highly explosive athlete at 34, is he likely to deteriorate?
No, I genuinely don't believe that either of them are deteriorating. I feel like, you know, physically they're both fresh, they both have a 20 career. A lot of these fighters that have had 120s, 150, 200 amateur fights, 240, 231 amateur fights, a lot of them are international level. That's like having 4 fights. Do you know what I mean? So anyone that's staying in the Olympic setup is silly. It's just silly because you're just wasting your body. When these people come out and do these setup and international setup, do a couple of years in it. If you don't get picked for the Olympics, call it a day, you've got ambitions of going professional, set your sights on going professional. Don't be hanging around and waiting ages in the amateur game, because you're boxing 3-4 times a week. You're on your weight all the time. You're sparring internationally against hardened men that are like top of their game. You know, there's no like peaking and you know, there's no peaking towards it. It's just like red zoning all the time, and people just get burnt out there. So that's why both of these guys, Chris is 33, RIAKPORHE 34, they're both fresh, and they're genuinely physically probably in their prime. So we're expecting the best Richard RIAKPORHE this year.
All right. Fair to say that cruiserweights do peak mid-30s.
Yeah, heavies and cruisers. Got a lot of muscle mass to fill into that frame, and I think they fill in slightly. They get to their peak slightly later on. Obviously, you have the exception where you've got Mike Tyson, Moses Atuma, who's flying at 19 years of age. Like man kids, do you know what I mean? Like kids that were like probably like full on me at 14, you know. So like they were fully developed, fully established at 18, 19 years of age, and explosive athletes. A lot of times people might be gangly, heavyweights might be gangly by the time they're 21, 22, and by the time they're 28, 29, like they're full, you know, they've filled out, they've thickened out, and that's where they're going to get their best. So, you know, both of these lads are definitely physically at their peak. One more.
That's
tremendous. I can see another man waiting.
Just quickly then on other goings on in your stables, the AZIM brothers, they both injured? You've not heard from them for a while.
Adam is going to be boxing at the end of August, I think early September, against Mcguigan. And Hassan, he has a shoulder operation, and he's on his way back. Adam's was a minor operation. Hassan's was quite an extensive shoulder injury, which is unfortunate for him. But yeah, they're both on the way back. So Adam will be fine very soon.
Let's get one cheeky last one in. ELLIE SCOTNEY v RAMLA Ali. Is that a dream unification if RAMLA does it?
Of course it is. It's a great fight. Can she beat Ricardo? Maybe. Ricardo is quite selective with those shots. I think that will play into RAMLA's favour, because I think when you've got someone like Erica Cruz against RAMLA, she's going to throw so many shots. I think she'll just capture and overwhelm her. Obviously, RAMLA's been knocked out before, so Ricardo is a good option for them to take, and we are hoping that she comes through it. If not, we'll watch the last.
Fantastic. Shane, good luck for Saturday night. See you then.